In 1995, Jimmy is an aspiring rapper who performs under the stage name B-Rabbit. A blue-collar worker from a poor family residing in a trailer park just north of Detroit. Jimmy has moved to the run-down trailer home of his alcoholic mother Stephanie, his younger sister Lily, and Stephanie's abusive live-in boyfriend Greg. Although encouraged by his friends, Jimmy worries about his potential as a rapper. One night, Jimmy chokes during a rap battle at a local venue, The Shelter, and he leaves the stage humiliated. During the day, Jimmy works at a car factory. Desperate for money, he asks for extra shifts, but his supervisor bluntly dismisses his request because of his habitual tardiness. Later on, he befriends a woman named Alex, and begins to take more responsibility for the direction of his life. Stephanie discovers an eviction notice as Jimmy is getting ready for work. Despite her best attempts to keep the eviction notice a secret, Greg discovers it and confronts Stephanie. When Jimmy punches Greg for pushing his mother to the ground, they fight, ending in Greg leaving Stephanie for good. Jimmy's friendship with Wink, who has ties to a record label promoter, becomes strained after he discovers that Wink does promotional work for Jimmy's rivals, a rap group known as Leaders of the Free World. At one point, Jimmy and his friends get into a violent brawl with the Free World crew, which is disrupted when Jimmy's friend Cheddar threatens them with a gun and accidentally shoots himself in the leg. He survives after being rushed to the hospital. During a lunch break at work, one of Jimmy's coworkers performs a freestyle rap insulting his coworker, Paul, insinuating Paul is gay. Jimmy raps a freestyle defending Paul, which improves his confidence after a positive reception. Alex arrives and is impressed by Jimmy's talent, and they make love. Wink arranges for Jimmy to meet with producers at a recording studio, but Jimmy finds Wink and Alex having sex. Enraged, Jimmy attacks Wink as Alex tries to break them up. In retaliation, Wink and the Leaders of the Free World assault Jimmy outside his trailer. The leader of the gang, Papa Doc, holds Jimmy at gunpoint and threatens to kill him, but Wink convinces him not to do it. After the group has left Jimmy alone, his mother arrives with enough money to pay to avoid eviction. Having won $3,200 at a bingo tournament, Jimmy's best friend and battle host, Future, pushes him to get revenge by competing against the Leaders of the Free World at the next rap battle. Jimmy agrees, but his boss, having noticed improved effort at work, asks Jimmy to do a late-night shift. He agrees, but it conflicts with the battle at the shelter. Alex unexpectedly visits Jimmy at work. She says goodbye, as she is going to New York, and she is hoping to see Jimmy at the shelter later. This motivates Jimmy to do the battle. He asks Paul to cover the start of his shift as a favor while Jimmy goes to the battle. In all rounds of the rap battle, Jimmy has to compete against one member of the Free World crew. After handily winning the first 2 rounds against Lickety Split and Lotto, he faces Papa Doc. Going first, Jimmy preempts Papa Doc's potential insults, acknowledging his own white trash roots and difficult life. He ends his battle repudiating Papa Doc's image as a thug by exposing his privileged background, having attended a private school in a wealthy suburb and living in a stable 2-parent household, and the fact that his name is Clarence. Embarrassed and with nothing to say in rebuttal, Papa Doc hands the microphone back to Future, conceding the battle. After being congratulated by Alex and his friends, Jimmy is offered a position by Future co-hosting battles at the shelter. Jimmy declines, saying that hosting is Future's thing, and he needs to do his own, and leaves to return to work.